When you think of great empires that shaped the world, Rome, Greece, Egypt often take the spotlight. But beneath the sands and jungles of Africa lie empires whose brilliance rivaled them all, kingdoms of gold, knowledge, and resilience. This is the story of Africa's hidden kingdoms, the powers that history books tried to forget. The Kingdom of Kush flourished in modern-day Sudan over 3,000 years ago. It wasn't a copy of Egypt, it ruled Egypt. The Kushite pharaohs of the 25th dynasty brought stability and art to the Nile Valley. Queen Amonarinas led military campaigns against Rome. Kush pyramids outnumber Egypt's. Over 200 remain. The Meroitic script? Still undeciphered. What did the world lose when Kush disappeared from the map? Maybe more than we realize. In the 14th century, one man changed how the world viewed Africa, Mansa Musa, Emperor of Mali. Richest man in history, his 1324 pilgrimage destabilized gold markets. Timbuktu had 25,000-plus manuscripts, making it a medieval center of learning. Architecture like the Djinguereber Mosque, built with mud and wood, still stands today. When Europe was drowning in the Dark Ages, Mali was building universities. Built entirely of stone without mortar, Great Zimbabwe remains one of Africa's greatest architectural mysteries. It housed over 18,000 people at its peak, controlled gold and ivory trade routes across southern Africa. European colonists refused to believe Africans built it, but the stones speak, and they say, Africa built this. The Kingdom of Benin, not to be confused with modern Benin, was a city of art, trade, and advanced urban planning. The Benin bronzes? Detailed sculptures rivaling Renaissance Europe. The city had a complex street grid centuries before European capitals. Burned by the British in 1897, thousands of artworks were looted. Even looted, Benin's legacy could not be erased. On Africa's eastern shores, from Kenya to Mozambique, the Swahili city-states thrived on trade, culture, and diplomacy. Kilwa was a wealthy port city, featured on medieval world maps. Islam spread peacefully here through scholars and merchants. Coral stone architecture blends African and Arabic aesthetics. These were cosmopolitan hubs before the word even existed. For centuries, colonial powers wrote African history with erasers. They said Africa had no civilization, no knowledge, no story. But the kingdoms of Kush, Mali, Benin, Zimbabwe, and the Swahili coast tell a different tale of innovation, power, diplomacy, and pride. To know this history is to reclaim identity. To teach it is to spark a revolution of understanding. If this story moved you, imagine how many more are still waiting to be told. Subscribe to Alpha Views, because history isn't just about dates, it's about identity. Comment below which kingdom amazed you the most. Share this with someone who deserves to know the truth about African history.